Hello kings and queens, and welcome to another week with Asian Queen. So this week we are in the UK and we are in Europe. On this episode we are going to be talking about the royals, Meghan and Prince Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, also known as the Successes. Why are we talking about them today? Well, Harry and Meghan have been in the press for a couple of weeks ever since they announced on their Instagram page that they are stepping down from royal duties. Apparently, they want to move to North America to live an independent life away from the royal family. And why are people mad? I mean, they are both old enough to make decisions for themselves. Well, the situation is a lot more complicated than that, because when you are born into the royal family, you are born with duties. The issue of ground right now is that Meghan is being blamed for everything Harry does. And it doesn't make sense, because Harry has always been defiant of royal rules. Right from the beginning, people speculated about Harry's paternity. They always said that Prince Charles was not his father, which means that Princess Diana had an affair while she was married to Prince Charles. And in my opinion, that is not very nice of people to say, to tell a little boy that your father might not be your father because your mother cheated on your father. Harry started acting rebellious right from when he was a child. Princess Diana herself would write at some point that he was always getting into trouble. Prince Charles had to hire a minder to get him out of trouble, or at least to make him stay out of trouble. How many times had the British press reported that Harry had done something or another thing? Was it the time that he dressed up as a Nazi officer? Or the time he got naked in Las Vegas? Or the time he kissed his girlfriend and broke royal protocol? Or the time he was caught speeding? He was constantly getting wasted? The word is turned, like he was always turned. That means that he was either under the influence of substances like alcohol or drugs. It is not today that Harry started being a rebellious bad boy who doesn't fit into the royal standards. Has anybody actually sat down to think of the fact that the reason why Harry married Meghan, an American actress older than him, a divorcee, is because he doesn't follow royal protocols? Meghan represents the rebellious nature that Harry has always had inside of him. Because if Harry had actually wanted to follow royal protocol, he would have found someone like Kate. But he didn't. He went and married the very woman, a biracial woman, not a white woman, a woman that is mixed with black. And he did so because he has never cared much about royal duties, royal protocols, and everything. Harry might just be using Meghan to actually get away. Perhaps he has been looking for this opportunity his entire life. Perhaps he calculated everything. Perhaps he already knew that his family, the press, the British people would attack Meghan, and that he will use that as an opportunity to take himself, his wife and his kid and get away from the royal family once and for all. But do you think Harry didn't know at some point that getting married to a biracial woman, American, an actress, older, a divorcee, would attract negative press? I don't think the man is as naive as people want to make him look. Harry has never been naive. As a matter of fact, he is way too woke. He knows exactly what he is doing. He knew what would happen if he brought Meghan into the royal family. And what he predicted is happening, and he is using that as a means to finally get away from the royal family. Something that he has been trying to do for years, before he even met Meghan in 2016. Like, Meghan has been in existence in his life for just 3 years. What happened to the first 33 years that Meghan wasn't in the picture? In my opinion, this is a plan, and Harry is the architect of this plan. Perhaps Meghan has a part to play in it, but in my opinion, This is something that he has always wanted and that he is finally getting. Have you ever noticed that when a man acts up, people never tell him, oh, you need to get your acts together. They never tell him, you need to become responsible. Instead, they tell him, you need to find a wife. Because a woman is what you need to turn your life around. There's this movie with Matthew McConaughey and Jessica Parker, did I pronounce that right? Where he is this bachelor living with his parents and just goes out every night, bring girls home and does nothing. What do? They find him a girlfriend. They literally paid Jessica's character to pretend to be his girlfriend so that they can get him to move out of the house. This is an American movie. So this is not something that is particular to Nigeria alone, because this happens in Nigeria a lot. But how do you expect a woman who is not a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist to set a man straight? Women are not born with the DNA of repairing everything that is broken in the world. But somehow we are supposed to be the ones to set these men straight. And when we don't succeed, we are blamed because the man is exactly the same way he was before he met us. Why is he still the same person? Why hasn't he changed? It's ridiculous. But that is exactly what the situation is like. And of course, perhaps it's not just the man that needs fixing. Perhaps his entire family needs fixing. And it becomes the wife's duty to fix everybody. I mentioned this in my video about wife when I said is wife a guest or a family. And I said, it is not a woman's duty to fix problems that have been in existence before she came around. Because if she tries to fix those problems, only two things can happen. One, she will fail. Two, she will be broken in the process. Because you are not equipped to fix problems of this nature and magnitude. It is not Meghan's fault that the royal family has always been dysfunctional. And she cannot do anything to fix the situation. It is not Meghan's fault that Prince Harry has always been defiant. She cannot do anything to fix that as well. In my opinion, he is using her to get away. But people do not realize that yet because Harry is a man. Meghan is a woman. She's the one manipulating him, whereas a woman is just a pawn in this game of chess. And that is all for today, guys. I will see you next time to discuss another couple in another country, in another continent. See you now. Bye-bye.